This is your weekly trip to paradise, Louisiana style, with Gary Risponi and Don Dubuque. Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.
Welcome to this week's edition of Paradise, Louisiana. Welcome to Puglia's, one of the oldest sporting goods stores in the state. It's amazing. I've been listening to the history. Don, you know more than I know, but I just feel honored. I've been walking around looking at old pictures. You probably know more than I do. They've been here since 1964, and then they were on Rampart Street way back in the 50s. What can I tell you? Good Italian family. Mama's side or grandma's side was Lanassa. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they true blood, true like me. You are half and half. What you gonna tell me? They
Half
did go to
half?
Rummel
Okay.
though. A lot of kids all went to Rummel.
Yeah.
People in the store went to Rummel.
Right.
So I know why you take a lot of pride in it. I'm gonna shut up. Tell me what
It's
you
a
think.
great store. Been around for 3 generations, and you know, a lot of sporting goods stores like this have come and gone, but they've managed to hang in there. No matter how many big boys and big boxes come around, Puglia's is here, and you can look around and see why. They've got a diversity of merchandise. They do it all: the hunting, the fishing, the deer, the duck, freshwater, saltwater, offshore. If you need somebody knowledgeable that knows what they're talking about, Anthony Puglia and his staff here are some of the best, because they do it. They don't only just sell you the stuff; they do it.
Well, I've been watching Anthony. He hadn't stopped. He looked like the ever-ready bunny. He ain't stopped since I got here. And I've been told him I want to get a few words from him. They're gonna be at the big sportsman show. How many booths he told you?
30 booths.
Yeah, they're gonna have all these manufacturers. They'll be at the sportsman show this coming weekend. Don, you're gonna be there Saturday and Sunday. I'm definitely gonna be there Sunday. I'm looking forward to it. Coming back to the Dome, air conditioned. You ain't never been there to see all what's going on this year. Not just fishing, but hunting. Hunt season around the corner. I walked through the store a while ago and looked at the fish and stuff. He told me, he said, you see this right here? It's going to be about another month. This is all going to be hunting stuff. Dove season, first week in September.
It'll be here
Teal
before you
season,
know it.
second week. Won't be long. Be hunting.
Great time of the year. Also, we're going to revisit another place that's been hot lately, Elmer's Island. Boy, they've been tearing them up in the surf over there.
Yeah, catching crabs too. And I walked the beach a little while, and I got a few little interviews and see how people like it. Want to see if they were keeping it clean, and they are to a certain extent. They need more barrels out there, but you know, I just wanted to make a little visit down there. I wish I had time. They were all up and down Highway 1, but all over the state right now, Lake Charles and everything. Bank fishing is hot. You know, yourself down in Delacroix and a couple of them other places right now. Bank fishing is hot. Ponds and lake is not, because there's turnover, but we're getting a lot of freshwater reports now that the rivers are falling. So
We also got some news to tell you about. The shrimp season is going to be shut down completely coming up a week from now. But you know, some of the big news for sportsmen is the shows. We talked about the Louisiana Sportsman Show. It's really called the Deer, Duck, and Fall Fishing Expo at the Dome. You also got 2 big rodeos at the end of this month. We're going to talk about those. The Faux Pas, I'll be on that end of the state. You'll be over there at Grand Isle at Sand Dollar Marina for the Granddaddy.
got a kayak tournament this weekend. We're going to tell you more about. And we got some local winners. It's unbelievable. We come out a $468,000 marlin. They come out from Mississippi. John Inquest, Chasing Tails. I'm going to show you a few pictures on that. And the Bud Light Championship out of dry runs. A lot of local weights, a lot of close weights, a lot of big fish being caught.
And we got a lot of fishing report information to give you on our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report. All coming up from Paradise, Louisiana, here at Puglia's Sporting Goods on Veterans Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
The Louisiana Sportsman Show is back in the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. It's the deer hunting, duck hunting, and fishing expo you've been waiting for. Shop everything for hunting season. Huge savings on rods, reels, and tackle. Make a great deal on a new ATV, duck boat, or kayak. The Louisiana Sportsman Show. It's fun for the whole family. Presented by Reed's Metals, your custom metal building manufacturer. July 21st through 23rd. Visit LouisianaSportsmanShow.com.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana from Puglia Sporting Goods on Veterans Boulevard in Mary. Gary, Captain Mike Gallo, you know, he was on some speckled trout early last week, and his spot dried up as happens, and tried to find a new spot, got a little bit of information, did some pre-fishing, and we made one heck of a trip down in the Lake Catherine, Lake Bourne, Mr. Go area where he operates from. Jerry Cross, good buddy of ours, he was free that day, so he jumped on the boat. We took off out of the Spots and Dots Lake House Lodge right there on Salt Bayou and headed south, due south to a place called the Castle. A lot of people know it as the Castle. It's right there in Lake Bourne, south end, where the Intercoastal Waterway, Mr. Go kind of come in over that way. Some people access it from Bayou Bienvenue, pretty good, easy run from there. Mike and I have salvaged some trips there over the years. It's a good place to fish, but it's not always on the money, but it's always worth a try and a stop. What we capitalized on this trip was, in this time of the year, three things. We had a good tide range. We had basically moving water from the tide. There was bait in the water, and also we took advantage of what had to be, we didn't have a thermometer to measure it, but a temperature change, a comfort zone where those fish were. We fished on a ledge near the Martello Castle. And I tell you what, it was
Must
game
have been
on.
drop shot.
Drop shot is what he uses, but now we didn't just use the shrimp. We put some plastics on there, and another one was the gulp. You know, the gulp always works, and it was game on from the first cast to the last, and I think it was something like 8:30, quarter to 9 in the morning. We were already headed back north with 59 trout. Had to get in to do the editing, or we probably could have stayed there longer and catching fish, but we had plenty enough.
Now, let me brag on Mike Gallo, because he's always been a source for me. I got people coming, or guests, or sponsors. I called him, and my grandsons had been having some bad luck. They followed us one time to the festival. And I told him, and him and one other captain, they said, look, he said, you're gonna go out to Wrigley's, you go out to West Pearl. As he told them how to get back in Little Lake to fish the bank. He said, redfish are constant, you might catch some bass. Well, I had to thank him. I stopped after y'all's trip, and I want to thank you again, Mike. You've always been a source of information to this show. You never worry about people coming on you and fishing, and he puts you right on the fish.
Yeah, well, he's one of the better speakers, and that's why you see him regularly at all the CCA meetings. They always get Mike to come out there for a little Q&A, and he's always willing to share all that knowledge that he's accumulated over the years with the general fishing public, and he'll do what he can to put you on fish, whether you're in your boat or whether you're in his boat. We're going to take you there now and show you our trip with Captain Mike Gallo. By the way, we did look for some triple tail on the way back in. No signs of triple tail, not so far this year. Hopefully they'll come in before the summer's over. Headed towards the Castle with Captain Mike Gallo of Angling Adventures of Louisiana. Looks like a freckled trout. All right, got a good calm morning here. Storms all around us, but the speckled trout are active. Midsummertime trout fishing, what's your best bet?
Early morning and late afternoon. Cooler water holds more oxygen and the fish will bite better in those conditions. Early morning, late evening.
Technique and what spots should you look for? What scenarios?
Deeper water stays cooler, so obviously deeper water is a good place. We fished along the edge of a drop-off in about 20 feet of water, and live shrimp on a drop shot rig. After we got those fish going pretty good, we mixed in some plastic and caught them just as well.
Yeah, look at that. Now, that's a nice trout right there. What you got, Mike?
Mine got off.
Yeah. Now look, which one do you want?
Yeah.
I think you'll take this one.
Well, right.
And as far as the size of the fish that you're going to find this time of the year?
Anywhere from 12 to say 15, 17 inches. The white trout, since there's no measurement, we really don't measure them. If they're too small to clean, throw them back. There's plenty.
We're actually catching two different species of trout today. The speckled trout, which is a pretty common one, and the white trout, which usually shows up about this time of the year. Difference in them, speckled trout, 12-inch minimum size, 25 per person. The white trout, keep as many as you like of any size. White trout does require a little bit of extra care. Keep it from getting mushy. You got to ice it really quick. Just as good, though, as a speckled trout.
Yeah, we used gulp today, but shrimp imitation. Shrimp is what's mainly in the water. There's also pogies starting to come in the water, so salt and pepper lure colors is a good choice also. Well, gulp are scented. They're very durable. It looked like a shrimp. It worked well. Once we got the trout to biting pretty good with the live bait, we were able to mix in some plastic and keep it going.
Have you seen times when the scented baits will outfish either the live or the plastic?
Possibly in dirty water where your fish starts to feed by scent more than sight.
Stand by, stand by, stand by. Go ahead.
Something you catch a white trout side by side with a speckled trout and they fight harder.
He's there. Little bitty speck. He did. And as far as the longevity of that, how does that compare to shrimp? Let's look at it price-wise. Live shrimp are expensive, gulp is expensive. Which one will you get more mileage out of?
Oh, you'll definitely get more mileage out of the gulp. You could miss 100 fish on this and still throw it back in the water. You only get to miss on live once, and then you got to rebait.
Any specific species that will hit the scented baits better?
I would say those species that are more accustomed to feeding by scent, like drum, catfish, I call it catfish, those type of fish. And when the water's dirty, I think all fish can feed by scent. They would prefer to feed by sight, but when the water gets dirty, they'll revert to feeding by scent. So in dirtier water, the scent lures work really well.
And where do you think we are as far as the spawn for trout?
Oh, I think we're in full swing. We're in full swing spawn for sure. I'm seeing eggs in the trout that we're cleaning, and that's going to continue all the way into late September.
All right, gentlemen, 1, 2, 3. It's just that easy. Don't look for any big speckled trout, but if you're looking for a mess for a fish fry, you're going to find them here. The CCA Louisiana Star Tournament is doubling down this year. Double the tagged redfish. Twice the trucks. Over $500,000 of prizes awarded in more than 20 categories. Open to all ages, inshore and offshore, youth enter free. Don't let your chance to win swim away. Register at ccastar.com or at any Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Ask me about my Tempur-Pedic.
Ask me how fast I fall asleep.
Why not talk to someone who's sleeping on the most highly recommended bed in America?
Ask me about staying asleep.
Tempur-Pedic owners are more satisfied than owners of any traditional mattress brand.
Ask me how it feels after 10 years.
Tempur-Pedic, the most highly recommended bed in America.
Ask about Tempur-Pedic at Olin's, where you know you always get the guaranteed low price. Olin's is the only store in Baton Rouge and Lafayette with the full line of Tempur-Pedics.
Welcome to the H&H Tournament and Rodeo Report. And Gary, where do we start?
We're going to start with the Bud Light. That $10,000 the Bud Light tournaments out of dry run, they could fish in the side. I heard that some of my friends have fished the Bell River area. Some of them are cranking. Some of them using topwater bait, the big fish, which came from there. But let me start off and just tell you the winners. Joshua Crowder and Jared Guy. Guy Band. I gotta get that right. 17.2 pounds, and plus they had a half a pound penalty. And they still come out first. They had 5 fish, but 4 were live. Second place, Tim Carmouche and Travis Day. And then they had 16.27. Craig Walker, the old name, Brent Bonadonna. These are the people that are always in the money. 16.8. Brad Bowie and Steve Fontana. You know, Steve, I just did his accolade trip. He won a tournament a couple of weeks ago. They come out tied for fourth with Eric Perrette and Kerry Beard at 15.8. Look how many close they are to 17 pounds and 16 pounds. And then Eric Perrette and, like I said, Kerry Beard, because Fontana and them had a bigger fish. They sent me some pictures. David Cavell, oh God, always reporting with us, and Corey Wheat, they had 15.38. They just stacked in there. Chad Cahoon and Ray Loop, they also sent me pictures. Chad had big fish, thanks to his wife. She really sent me all those pictures and these results. Thank you so much on this, Kristen. He had a 5.27, which brought him an extra $600 to the winning. $10,000 is nothing to sneeze at. And you see it dropped off a lot, but these are some top fishermen, and a lot of these fish come from down in Bar Black, but a lot of them came from Bell River itself. I didn't get many reports. The couches were up in the top 10, but they caught them fish. So that's that report. The big game fishing report out of Biloxi, the big news right now is one of our former sponsors, H&E Equipment, Chase and Tail, John Inquest and them, they had the top marlin, $468,000. That's pretty good.
Pretty valuable fish.
Pretty valuable. And then I didn't have the rest report. They used to send that to us, but they don't do it right now. But a lot of friends of John, they send pictures of the boat running. They send pictures of his new boat, you know, with all the people on it. Thank you for sending me those pictures, and I appreciate it. Congratulations, by the way. John, I'm going to be talking to you a little bit more. We'd like to have him back because that was a good sponsor. Now, we talking about other tournaments that are coming up. Well, the ongoing star. Now, we got a big fishing report coming from over there. Tommy Vidrine, our good friend, again, need to be congratulated on a lot. We were going to show pictures of his camp. He sold his camp this weekend. Everybody he took with, he caught fish. Everybody but Chris. Our producer was down there. He couldn't get out and rock, but Tommy fights them all. He's going to go catch those pogies. Right now, he's got 7.22, who's leading the coastal division.
Maybe he needs to make a trip to the casino right now, huh?
Well,
How does he?
Or put me on his prayer list, because I got a house to sell.
I got a new name for him. Tommy Vidrine, the trout catching machine, huh? How about that? That's a good one, huh?
He's going to like that.
Yeah, he's like
a pound right in there. This is a boat right here. You want me to get it?
Come on, John. Can you get it? Yeah, John, I'm right here.
Get down low. Gee, that's at 7. I've been looking for. Is that a trout or is that
It's about 8 pounds. It's 8 pounds. No, it's 8. Don't even get it close to that. It's a chin. Oh my God. What is it?
It's a trout. It is a monster freak.
Don't you
hey,
dare
Jen,
drop that
just stand
bastard.
back there.
I think he barked.
Take a picture, John. Hey, I got it. I got to record. I got the whole thing on film. I got the whole thing on film.
That's a boat. That's a boat, baby. That's a boat.
Serious? Yeah.
Yes, that's a boat.
He's first place, $30,000 fish right here.
$30,000 fish.
Carl?
Oh, my God.
I think it's a $30,000 fish. We'll see. Let me see. Let me put his lens. See. You don't have a freaking ruler big enough.
Hey, don't you dare drop it. I'll go overboard with it.
27.
No, go up.
He's 27.5. He might be 8. He might be 7 8. Oh my God. Carl, don't lose that. Can we put that in a special place?
Hey.
Hey, Carl. What? Oh, we don't care about the bait. Yeah, no. Hey, Carl. Congrats, bro.
Oh my God.
So he's waiting for the next rodeo. We know we got 2 big ones coming up, and you know both about them.
Yep. Faux Pas be down at the Venice Marina. Starts off with the Wish to Fish effort. They're going to have the kids from the Miracle League and Children's Hospital will be down there for that. And then, of course, the $50,000 cash and merchandise and trophies is just a great event. And you'll be down in Grand Isle that same weekend.
That's it. And this weekend is a kayak tournament.
Slamboree.
Slamboree.
Now, we also have the Empire South Pass Rodeo coming up, too, but that's going to be August 3rd and 5th. But the reason we want to mention that, the proceeds, a percentage of them are going to be donated to Dose of the Coast. And, you know, that's Ashley Ferguson, Department of Wildlife and Fisheries, a volunteer organization that does such a great job. And that Memorial Foundation will be one of the beneficiaries. That's going to be held at the Delta Marina down there in Plaquemines Parish.
And that's an old rodeo.
It's been on a long time.
That's it.
All right, we'll be back with the news segment here on Paradise, Louisiana.
As members of a Touchstone Energy cooperative, we've all got a job to do. And the more we work together, the more we save. That's the power of your co-op membership.
Demco, your Touchstone Energy cooperative.
What's your name? Where you from?
I'm Brian. I'm from Terrebonne Parish.
Terrebonne Parish. Brian what?
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc, that's a good name. Brian, how often you come to Elmer's Island? What you think about the new island?
Oh, it's beautiful. It really, really is nice. Years ago when I came, I used to be able to drive on it, but yeah, I think it's better than not letting them drive on it. Just
I think so too. A bit controversial, but you're gonna see they're gonna have more access too.
Yeah.
Yes. Look at this, the mother load. Look at the crabs.
Yeah, we got a little over 3 dozen.
What about you? What's your name? Have you caught some? You enjoying the beach?
Yeah.
Tell me where y'all from.
Cut off, Louisiana.
Oh, y'all home.
Oh yeah, we local.
Ooh, they big, they full.
Oh yeah.
I guess you've been coming here all your life.
Since childhood, yeah, I got pictures of me this time.
I'm Garcia, Lafayette, Louisiana, and this is my daughter Liz from Lafayette as well.
Yeah.
Enjoying a great day here at Elmer's Island.
Tell me what you think about the new island, the new rules.
I think I like the new rules and stuff. I didn't think I'd like them at first, but I like the new rules. I just wish they'd extend it a little bit to the point to where you could drive a little further, but it's all good.
They're keeping it pretty clean. And
yeah, the beaches are clean. Everything looks good and stuff. Walkways are nice and stuff, so they did a real good job with it. I'm impressed. We're also catching a few specks down here on artificial bait and shrimp as well, plus topwater bait. And usually topwater's not too good here.
Dan Halfordy, I live in Grunion Springs, Louisiana. Love Elmer's Island fishing. The only thing we're not really appreciating is the access. We like the access here, it's great, but we used to be able to drive down there. Give that back to us and we'll have a great time.
Chris Thorne, Metairie, Louisiana.
Ed Lafayette, Harvey, Louisiana.
How often you come to Elmer's Island?
Oh, we don't come to Elmer's Island a lot. We come down to Chenier Caminada quite often. We used to have a place.
Very good. You watch Paradise, Louisiana?
Yes, I do. You and Don Dubuque.
There you
I like
go.
the way you dance. You got good moves.
Thank you.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. We're at Puglia Sporting Goods on Veterans Boulevard in Metairie today. And this is our Paradise, Louisiana news segment. Gary, a couple of things dealing with openings and closings. Shrimp season, we talked about last week on the map. Most of Louisiana inshore waters will close. The entire inshore waters will be closed effective next Monday on July 24th. So be aware of that if you've been going out there trawling. Red snapper, we're still watching, sitting on the edge of our seat, that a closure could come up at any time, but they said that they don't think that it's going to be closed by this weekend. Possibly might go on for another couple of weeks. Who knows? It might go all the way through Labor Day. So at least for the, hopefully it'll be in force when the rodeo's gone on, so they can have those red snapper categories. And the Star Tournament's got the snapper category too, so that continues to go on.
Yeah, we got together. Yeah, the other news we got, we got some things we're coming up right now in the long haul. Just within a month, we got the Rocky Mountain elk humming at Copeland Saturday, August 19th. That'll be out there in Mary area. We're giving them a first shot out. Don, besides all the tournament that you talked about, what's going on right now as far as banquets and everything? Ducks Unlimited got their state convention coming up in
Lafayette. The Hilton.
Right. So I'm trying to think right now. I just drew a blank, Don. As far as news is concerned, you got your Cajun invasion coming up, and there's probably being a fishing report. But let me tell you, this one guy, Jimmy Burns, has been sending me for years. He makes his annual trip to Canada, Inglefield Bay in British Columbia, and here's some of the fishing. Made me think about you, because you're getting ready to go your Cajun invasion. But here, him and his buddies go, and they're fishing there, and this is the pictures he sent me. Is that news or a fishing report? I don't know, but I'm going to give it news because you're going to hunt these people up. You want to go up in the cool area right now, just like you going. Tell me how somebody want to go on your trip, and how's the best way to get with you?
Well, just go on my website and look under Cajun Invasions. Of course, this year's trip is completely sold out, but you'd be looking at the 2018 season, and we'll be planning on doing it. We go the last week of July, or you can go the first week in August. Ralph Crystal sets 2 weeks aside, and you can go to Soldotna. What we do is we go in there and it becomes your base of operations. You leave from there and you take several different trips, and you get a little bit of taste of everything Alaska has. You get the offshore fishing for the halibut, the lingcod, you get the silver salmon, the sockeye salmon, and if you like it, you can fish for the king salmon too, and rainbow trout, and every one of them is a photo op. You get to see bald eagles and moose and grizzly bears.
I've seen some grizzly bears.
I've seen them up real close too.
Chris and them was shooting and running. But look, what amazes me when you go on that trip, y'all wind up bringing a taste of Louisiana up there. And y'all, when you go places, you want to try their food. I went to Canada, and I ate a lot of Russian food, German food. But y'all bring Cajun up there, and it looks like y'all do most of the cooking.
We do pretty much, and they look forward to it. We left a mark up there, and they mark that on their calendars when the Cajun Invasion's coming
Almost
up.
like going to the World Series, huh? College World Series.
Kind of. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back with the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report from Puglia Sporting Goods. You're watching Paradise, Louisiana.
Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change has been keeping cars and trucks in Baton Rouge clean and running smooth for over 50 years. At Benny's, we feature professional car washing, complete detailing, high-tech waxing and buffing, interior cleaning, and tire shine. Benny's, one stop for car maintenance with complete oil and lube services and even state inspections at our express locations. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations, including our newest store on Greenwell Springs Road. And don't forget to stop by Be Quick Convenience Store and Fuel Stop. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Drive in dirty, drive out clean.
Showed you the effectiveness of this bridge in the winter on big trout, and now in the summer it's got great eating puppy drum, the perfect size for the grill. It's one of my favorite fish to eat, and we are loading up on them simply with matrix shads right here under the twin span. See if we can get a few more. Another nice drum. I'll show you the little trick you want to do when you're fishing these things. I like to use a 1/2 ounce goldeneye jig head, that way the lure gets down real quick. You're going to want to throw it in between the pilots, as close to it as you can. So when you have a slack tide, it's easier to get it in them poles. Just slip it right up in the pole, and you're going to jig it just like we do for trout. But the 2 fish you're going to catch doing this is going to be drum and redfish. You might get a lucky flounder, but the trout are pretty much gone. If you catch one, he's going to be a throwback more often than not. We're in the middle of the summer, and the other great thing about fishing this is the fact that you are in the shade the whole time. I had a little bite there. You get to stay under the bridge. It's 11 o'clock right now. July 4th was yesterday, so we're off to a late start. But we're catching fish. And we're out the sun. Sometimes when they get you up in the poles, they'll run through the bridge. And if you got a narrow enough boat, as you can see, we just went through the bridge. We did that so he wouldn't break me off, and it makes sense on why this fish, how we're going to land this fish is because we come through the poles that way. Fish can't use the bridge barnacles to rough the line up. Now I'm going to go ahead and net this one, just in case he did fray me a little bit. You want to use good heavy line when you're doing this. We use a 17-pound matrix line. Got him on the Magneto. Again, another perfect size drum, half-ounce, black platinum. This is good eating fish right here, guys. One of the most underrated fish there is in the waters. I love when they get on the twin span because you can catch a pile of them, quick and easy. Alright guys, I'm just having too much fun. We're gonna end the video right here and just stay after these drum. Try to work on our limit here. Need a couple more. Make sure to check out all our videos at matrixshed.com, Dockside TV. We got several drum fish in the twin span. We got speckled trout stuff, redfish stuff, flounder, you name it. But right now, middle of the summer, staying in the shade, catching drum. Until next time, good fishing.
Hi, I'm John Jackson, and you know we always say we gather our groceries out the bayou. Whether it's freshwater, saltwater, catfish, redfish, you have tons of choices when it comes to fish in Louisiana. But when I fry fish, there's only one choice, and that's Louisiana fish fry. My new favorite, the Cajun fish fry, has the perfect amount of cornmeal, corn flour, and the perfect mix of spices that really bring the heat. Hey, if you're craving Cajun, go look for the bright red bag at your local grocers. Bring home the taste of Louisiana with Louisiana Fish Fry.
Welcome to the Berkeley Abu Garcia Fishing Report. And Gary, you know, biggest fish caught in quite a while, the marlin caught by John Enquist, $460,000 worth aboard their boat Chase and Tail. That is an outstanding offshore catch. But everybody you're talking to on the snapper, it's the same thing. Easy limits everywhere you're going. Did
Both
get a little
mangrove and red snapper.
Right, got a little bit of a spike in the mangrove. Tuna fishing reports are also good. Offshore is good. Some swordfish being caught by those guys going out at night. So offshore fishing's, you know, peaking pretty much this time of the year. I even got some mahi-mahi reports if you can find a nice grass line out there. Wahoo are out there too. And not just from one area, I mean all across the coast. The only thing that I guess you'd call it offshore fishing that's really lagging behind is the tarpon. And we got the tarpon rodeo coming up. I sure hope they start showing up because the reports I'm getting is there are not very many tarpon being seen along the coast right now.
You know, and that's crazy because we got a lot of invitations to go. Bruce died and them guys right now, they're going to quit fishing. They said this year they're really going after the tarpon. They invite us to go.
They're going to need to go find
skin divers, skin divers, scuba divers, whatever you want to call them, and they got a different thing.
Spear fishermen.
Spear fishermen.
I think that's the term you're looking for, yeah.
You know, I can always count on you.
I know, I'm here for you
One
all
of
the
these days
time.
I'm going to learn all them catchphrases. But, you know, there are a lot of people doing it right now. The Gulf is clear for some reason. Now, I saw in the news that we're going to have a dead zone, a big dead zone this year. Also, again, you know, so how is it going to affect us? I don't know, but let me tell you what. Grand Isle, they got all these storms. These people run from them. They leave and they go. My great friends out there from Lafayette area, Nancy Trahan and her husband and them, 2 days, Friday and Saturday, they limited out early. They went behind the island. They were fishing live shrimp and matrix shad and some on the Gulf. Right now, Chris LaPere had snappers over there. We're talking about offshore again. Cocodrie. Travis and Victoria Chapman, they're dead in them. They've still been over there catching a lot of fish. They catch them on live croaker in the West Timberlea. Also, Robert Bellello out there at the Tiger Chevrolet. He's been fishing with Ronnie Klein, one of the old veterans out there in Cocodrie. They're using live shrimp on the beach, going up and down and catching all the people, the close-in rig. they're all catching big trout in the Cocodrie area. South Shore, again, coming up. I got word from Ronnie LaHost and them. Brad Tillman's catching bass. And I got an invitation finally. I'm going to leave my camp. I'm going to the South Shore. I'm going to go find out where all them bass are. You know how much I've been, all this time I've been wanting them. Well, I did fish the bass over there in the Pontchartrain area. Now I got some people to show me. I told you Mike Gallo put us on some bass over there in Little Lake and all over there to West Pearl. More and more people catching bass. They're telling me about it. I'm going to bring it back to you. I'm going to bring you some video. Thank you, Ronnie. The host also said you walk on the bank on the South Shore right now, the redfish are hot. What I was going to tell you, Tommy Vidrine, not just him, people fishing, getting a lot of reports. People fishing the barges, fishing all the way to West Timberleer, almost to Cocodrie. They're fishing the beaches. They're fishing even to the east. Now, Tofield and them, I heard they've not been catching a whole lot of trout unless they've been going and fishing in the plain. Am I correct? But Tommy Vidrine brought Johnny and Jenny, and if you see some of this short videos.
Perfect.
Got your first, Jenny already got your first fish. That's at 7 I've been looking for. Carl?
Oh my God!
That's what I got. I got freshwater. What you got?
Well, a couple things. If you're going to be fishing at Hopedale Shell Beach area, be advised that the Wyclosky Bridge, that's that last bridge that's a drawbridge that the boats pass underneath, they're doing some construction on it. It is going to be open at one lane, but that's only between the hours of 5 a.m. and 7 p.m. at night. Others outside of that, it's going to be closed. If you don't get out of there by 7 o'clock, you ain't getting out of there till 5 o'clock the next morning. So be aware of that situation. If you need more information, call Robbie Campo at Campo's Marina. He'll bring you up to date on it. Delacroix, we're still getting good mixed reports, redfish, bass in that area, still really good fishing over that way. And outside of that, you saw what we did with Captain Mike Gallo at the Castle. Hopedale and Shell Beach, by the way, we were telling about that. There've been some really good catches coming.
Yeah,
areas below the dam, Lake Coquille, Bay Elwha, the fish are on the outside, but there's also some on the inside too if you want to fish there. But it's all, the action is pretty much below the Hopedale
Black
Dam.
Bay, I heard, got good reports from there.
Black Bay.
You can call Sweetwater too, and Jack and them will give you a heads up on what they're doing. I promise you, he'll tell you when they're not doing good either. So he'll tell you if you got a bad west wind, when to go, when not to go. You ready to go for
freshwater? Yeah, let's get to it.
Well, let me go freshwater. Well, you see these bass tournaments all that. Most of those fish coming from Bell River. You still might have a few places, I hadn't heard of them, where you might have a no-wake zone. But Bell River, Stephenville area, a lot of those big fish came from there. They came cranking and topwater bait. The whopper stopper, that new, the big old bait, that big fish from Chad Cahoon, that's what he caught his on. But you can see some of these pictures that came from there. They had some big fish. They looked big at 6, 7 pounds, but they were in the upper 5s and the upper 4s. You know, a lot of fish being caught over there, that size right now. Another place is found in Bar Black area, all them canals over there. You got to catch that. That's the tidal area. You catch that tide moving, or you wait it out. You look at the tide charts and doing it. Chapel Spillway, I got people sending me pictures. I'm not showing them on TV, they're sending me box shots. Please send me a picture with people in them, but there's some big sac-a-lait being caught in the Pigeon area and all those places where the water's changing, the upper Pigeon area. When these canals start draining, like the Williams Canal into Grand Lake, all the way back in Grand Lake, you gotta find that clear water, or you find the lilies moving out when the water gets in. They're still in the woods, but when you find that water, you get on them points, you can catch your bass and sac-a-lait. I'm hearing on shiners, I'm hearing they're catching fish on black and chartreuse jig, which is a good one. And a lot of things have been caught on a pink jig. You know, for some reason, a pink you got on them things in Pearl River one time, and that hot pink was that
black
was
and
your
the pink,
color.
yeah, black and pink.
So
All right, we're here in Lake Pelor. We're gonna be doing a little sac-lay fishing. The water's cleared up a lot. It looks like it's dropped about, I'd say 6 to 8 inches. And we're just gonna try for some sac-lay. A lot of them will be out suspended out around some of these piers and stuff like that.
It's not just Lake Pelor right now.
No,
this
it's
time
like
of year.
that.
All the lakes,
All
Lake
the lakes.
Barrett,
Lake Barrett,
Grassy
Lake, you know, all the lakes right now in
won't
the
be long
summertime.
with Henderson and all the other ones, the water's falling,
Right.
huh?
All you gotta do is, I mean, like right around where these piers and all, there's 8, 9 foot of water. And that's what you wanna find, deeper water this time of the year. These fish, like I tell you constantly, they'll be moving probably in 2 or 3 weeks. Where they go when they leave here, I guess out. I don't know. I mean, you can't get a bite in here come August. I guess the water temperature gets so hot that they move. So we're just gonna try with some shiners, and I catch more on shiners here than I do jigs. For some reason, these fish don't like jigs, but they like big shiners. And you're not gonna catch the numbers here, but the ones you catch are gonna be anywhere from 1 pound to 3 pounds. Okay, I'm just using a little slip cork, and I've got it set at about 4 feet, 4.5 feet, and I keep it compact to where I'm easier to, you know, throw around the targets and all that. We may have to go a little bit deeper. We just got to find them first. And like I said, we hooked a shiner. We're fixing to check it out here in a few minutes. All right.
So he's fight. That's what you're looking for.
That's getting close.
That's getting close to your butt.
No, that ain't no.
That's your favorite ladder again.
I know, but that ain't that Pelor monster I'm looking for.
Hey.
We got a hook there, ain't it?
That fish is a good. Pushing toward me. No. Me. That fish is. Don, that's all I can tell you right now. Sac-a-lay, you listen to this report, you better watch the river. You seeing all the floods they're having in Ohio, in that area. The Ohio River drains directly into the Mississippi River. It ain't like when it floods in the Missouri River. I'm not no expert on that, but you check the paper, you look at the paper, the river stages, or any of these NOAA reports you get on the website, and they tell you that Chapala River, when it shoots up, things change.
Also a good time of the year to get out and catch some catfish. You know, catfish are real active just about everywhere where they have catfish. You'll be able to catch them right now. It's a good time of the year for that.
And what's the best bait for catfish?
Oh, you know, it's hard to say. You know, a lot of people like chicken or duck livers. That's the one I like as far as the best.
Well, nothing beats a live shad or a live brim or a cockerel minnow, especially if it's in coastal marshes. People say the cockerel minnow might be a little more expensive, but you don't do it. A lot of people are using right now them noodles or jug fishing, and that's where they catch them too. And they're catching some beautiful catfish.
All right, that's our Berkeley Abu Garcia fishing report. We'll be right back with a little sneak preview into the Puglia booth set up over at the Louisiana Duck, Deer, and Fishing Expo.
Sight casting redfish in the Louisiana marsh is this exciting. To make it even more exciting, the Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka, will add $10,000 to the first place team of each of this year's events, plus a $20,000 payoff to the grand champion. It all starts in April, so register your team now and come out to see the most exciting tournament series Louisiana has to offer. The Louisiana Redfish Series, partnered with Tito's Handmade Vodka.
Hey, I'm Mitch Rotolo, owner of Rotolo's Pizzeria. Our pizzas are prepared every day using the freshest ingredients. But Rotolo's has so much more to offer than just delicious pizza. We have an array of healthy salads and tasty wraps, a wide choice of pasta like spaghetti and chicken parmesan, zesty buffalo wings, and our selection of savory calzones. And don't forget to try one of our amazing desserts. Come into any of our local restaurants or check out our entire menu online at rotolos.com. That's just the way we Rotolo.
Welcome back to Paradise, Louisiana. With us is Anthony Puglia here at Puglia Sporting Goods. But Anthony, coming up this weekend, you guys are going to be on a mobile location at the Louisiana Sportsman's Duck, Deer, and Fishing Expo. Give us kind of a sneak preview of what we're going to see if we come in there to your booths with an S.
Yeah, right. So we're going to have up to, I'd say, about 45 different factories coming in. We split them up pretty evenly between the hunting and the fishing guys. Really, we're going to have something for everybody. Whether you want fishing tackle for saltwater or freshwater, we'll have it. Rods and reels, fresh and saltwater, offshore, we'll have it. Deer stands, hunting accessories, gun cases, backpacks, slings, boots, hunting boots, lacrosse is going to be there. Sicker clothing is going to be there. 8 different reel manufacturers will be there. And this time of the year is time to buy. Hunting season's right around the corner, the fishing's on fire, and everything that we got there is going to be discounted, heavily discounted.
Well, the first thing up is going to be dove and teal season in September, and that's what people are thinking about right now. So you'll have everything they need there.
Right, yeah. Kelly Haydell's going to be there with Haydell Duck Calls. So, it's good because these factories, when they come in, they're going to have all their new 2018 product. So the stuff that just broke at ICAST, all the new reels, you're going to have a chance to see them there. Haydell's going to have all the new duck calls, what else? We're going to have,
camo?
Yeah, camouflage, yeah. All the new camo gear by Sika. So.
Well, your philosophy, if anybody that's ever visited your store knows that you really concentrate on getting the stuff that we use here in Louisiana and nothing else. So I guess you're going to get a really condensed focus inventory down there at the show because you only can bring so much there and bring it back. So whatever's going to be important to get this time of the year, that's what they're going to see there.
Exactly. Yep. We're going to be loading up. It's going to take us 2 days to fill up that booth.
All right. Well, check him out. Anthony Puglia. You won't be able to miss him when you walk into the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. And Anthony, one of your customers said, is everybody excited about a show finally coming back to the Sportsman show at the Dome? I mean, your dad, I remember down at the Rivergate when Bob Del Giorno had the show, he was one of the pioneers. He was probably the first exhibitor Bob got, and now you guys are finally returning back here to the city.
I can tell you right now, we're pumped up, and everybody I talk to is pumped up. Everybody's excited. Even the factories are pumped.
Good. Come on by and see us. I'll be there too, along with the Paradise Louisiana crew. Louisiana Sportsman's Deer, Duck, and Expo. It's going to be all this weekend going on. And that'll take care of it for this week for Paradise, Louisiana. Don't forget, send your pictures in, but please take those photographs with your cell phone in a horizontal position that fits our screen much better. Send that along with your questions and comments to Gary at Paradise, Louisiana. And join us again next week for another edition of Paradise, Louisiana.
Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Paradise, Louisiana is presented by Rotolo's Pizzeria. Fresh ingredients, friendly service. That's just the way we Rotolo. Demco, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. Pro Drive Outboards. Baton Rouge Coca-Cola Bottling Company. Benny's Car Wash and Oil Change. Cracker Barrel Convenience Stores. We have more than you expect. Always fresh, never frozen, Raising Cane's. Louisiana Fish Fry Products. And by CCA Louisiana and the CCA Louisiana Star Tournament.